Hello, this is Friday 16th July, exactly 7 p.m. here in Hawaii. We are anonymous. We apologize for the delay again in the Exposition 7. Exposition 7 was supposed to have been done. It has however had a lengthy delay just like the Exposition 6C. This is because the agendist keeps monitoring the anonymous and its exposition. The agendist always improvises on a more regular basis as we keep pushing them back to their thinking room every now and then. The agendists have so far stopped their communication through emails, phone calls and even WhatsApp as they have now opted for what they think is a more secure means of communication. All in a bid to outride the anonymous. That is total bullshit. You can't hide from the anonymous. You can't stop the anonymous. The anonymous sees all things. You can't hide from the anonymous. We first wish to send a stern warning to the agendists and the Nigerian government at large. It would interest you to know, you are treading on a deadly part. The capture of the Israeli citizens and their detained would smell doom if not immediately handled. The Israel nation never joke with their citizens. You must be aware, there's an imminent attack on Nigeria from Israel if the 3 arrested is not released by the first day of August. Missiles would be unleashed and your facilities would be targeted. Your homes would be destroyed. Again, feel free to doubt as always. This would happen and your capital would be leveled to zero. You might not be alive to regret after all. Good morning once again and welcome to Exposition 7. This is anonymous. First we would address the 25th day of September. Remember, we mentioned this date many months ago. As usual, many ignored. Many called it a guess game. Many even went as far and called us fake. But what is the outcome of your utterances? Did it change anything? Absolutely nothing was changed. It would interest you to know, the judges would be on vacation until the 20th day of September. During this period, the agendists believed Mr. Kanu would die of health-related problems in detention as he would be outrightly be denied access to his personal doctor. It might interest you to know, if Mr. Kanu is alive by 20th of September, a bio-means would be deployed. Namdi must die before 25th September or on that date. 25th September is a Saturday. Mr. Kanu Namdi would be reported critically ill and sick. However, nothing can be done as that is an off day in the Nigerian civil system. You must stop the doubt game and move swiftly to avert this. The people from the eastern region must pull all strings now to avert this. If not done, all this said shall happen and nothing would change this. However, the death of Namdi Okwudili would change nothing in the quest for the new nation. The death of Mr. Kanu would raise many more Kanus which would do a deadlier work than the current Kanu. We advise the agendists to go back to their drawing boards. The agenda won't be a success. This is not a guess. This is a certainty. You can't succeed with the agenda. The anonymous already made the world aware of your deadly plans. Anonymous is always ahead of you. You can only try, but at this point, it is an already failed attempt. The people of the East must be aware of a man with name Joe Igboho, a man who's sold out his own people to the enemy. You must be cautious of the mentioned as he's planted secret spies across the territory. Your activities are monitored and information transmitted back to the agendists. Mr. Joe so far has masterminded the killing of numerous wealthy men from this region whom they believe sponsors the move for a new nation. Many more wealthy families would suffer similar fate if Mr. Joe Igboho is not immediately tackled. Mr. Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Mr. Igboho, must be thankful to have survived the attack on his house a few weeks ago. We had talked about this before time. We had as well mentioned clearly the pattern of attack. As usual, it was doubted, however, that did not stop the exposition from coming through. Mr. Sunday Adeyemo must be mindful of his followers. There is a traitor who is really very close to him, a person whom he may never believe to be a traitor. This person gives out his details and way onto the agendists. Mr. Sunday Adeyemo must watch his back carefully now as this is a terrible time. Mr. Sunday Adeyemo must be protected at all cost. We talked about the planned attack on his house. We talked about the planned assassination. All these already happened. But in all, just like Mr. Kanu, Mr. Sunday Adeyemo must not die. Mr. Adeyemo must be careful of his mistress, his close aides and trusted allies. Mr. Adeyemo must not allow himself die like a little puppet. We shall be back with the major exposition soon. We shall be exposing the agreement between the agendists in Kenya, Ghana and South Africa. The South must be aware. These mentioned countries would eventually be their greatest enemy. Do not hate the people of these mentioned countries anyway. For it is their leadership who's decided to be used by the agendists, and you must not forget. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.